Hi, I'm Chris Berman. Ahead on ESPN, hold on to your lederhosen and throw another Venus Schnitzel on the grill. It's Week 8 of the NFL on ESPN, Oktoberfest style. We've got an intriguing midseason matchup for you. Green Bay, Washington, now!
These fans have been tailgating for hours, and now they are just moments away from what they've been waiting for. Hello, folks. I'm Dan Stevens, and greetings from Washington Field. My pal Peter O'Keefe will be covering today's game with me. Peter, playing on the road can be an unfriendly environment, to say the least, and it has been particularly unkind to these guys.
Well, you said it, Dan. They've really had a rough go of it on the road so far this season. They're hoping they can turn their luck around in today's game. We'll see how it goes.
And now let's go down to the coin toss.
I choose tails.
It's heads.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Longwell boots the opening kickoff. Morton fields it all the way back at the 1. Tackled at the 25.
Chad Morton was able to find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick.
The Redskins will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. No good. Incomplete.
Rock Cartwright could have had a nice run up the sidelines on that one, but didn't make the catch. That's incomplete.
Check air, check air.
Second and 10. Ball Redskins, 25 yards.
Single back, single back.
Portis will get the carry on second down and chews up about 4 on the play.
All right, Mark, come on, let's do it. We need a first down.
Third down, 6 yards to go. It's intercepted. Stopped at the 38.
Mark Brunell is feeling some pressure as he lets this one go, which is why it zings right into the defender's reach. He wishes he had that one back.
Another interception for his season stats that I'm sure he's not going to want to look at.
No, not now, and not even 10 years from now.
The Packers are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 38-yard line. Henderson goes in motion. Favre throws a heater right sideline, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Sean Springs closed in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Second and 10. Ball 38 yards.
Green will lose a bunch here, and that will bring up third down.
Ronaldo Wynn targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Not with that strength. With those guns, he could probably juggle bowling balls or Wide receivers for that matter.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
On Green. Had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those passes, baby.
Peter, even though he's a back versus a wideout, it's still rare to see him drop those.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. For a back, he's got great hands.
Sander lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Sander gets the snap and kicks what will be a short one. Morton there catches it at the 13. The Redskins were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 14-yard line. Portis makes it for his second carry and gains about 3 yards.
Way to go, offense! Way to go!
Second down from the eye.
Ball on the Redskins, 17-yard line.
Go back!
Portis is at the 30, eventually runs out at the 30. That will bring up first down.
Linton Portis works it to the outside and gets a huge gain. That's a great play, great execution. Let's have another look. Yep, got past the marker and eventually runs out of bounds.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution. Wow, look at last year's stats. Talk about a great season.
Portis carries it for the 3rd time in a row and will end up losing a bunch here.
Nail Diggs was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. Cole grabs the bullet and gets past the markers for a first down.
Vernius Coles makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made into triple coverage.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did. First down, 1 man down. Coles goes in motion. Portis will get the carry on first down and will end up losing a couple.
Torrance Marshall targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is nothing but read and react, Peter, which is what all defenders are taught.
Great concentration to nab one shifty runner, stepping up and doing his job.
He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Mark Brunell gambles big time on this play, and it works. Makes it a little more exciting to watch, too. Oh, if he wasn't accurate on this throw, it would have been an interception. It's a real fine line.
And the first time he goes down the field, Peter, he hooks up with his receiver. What a throw.
Oh, boy, we'll see if they can keep up the long game.
Brunell unloads this to the left, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Rod Gardner doesn't let a little thing like double coverage stop him from snagging the football.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Come on, y'all. Stop the pass now.
Ball 15.
Rip. Down. Look at the wing back. Look at the
Crash goes in motion.
Back. 44.
Brunell throws a bullet, and it's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete with the deflection.
All right, Redskins, come on, we need a first down.
That's right, Coles. I'm talking to you.
10.
Why are you so quiet back
Ball
there?
15.
Wing double. Down. Left bird. Back. 43. Go back. 43.
This one will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Oh, yeah, baby. Woo. All day, yeah, baby, yeah.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Hall kicks it from 32 yards, and they take the lead.
John Hall has no problem getting this one between the sticks for 3. Oh, he was so close. He could have made that if he was wearing wooden clogs.
Well, unfortunately, I have a feeling we'll never know for sure. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Hall booms a beauty here. Davenport decides to take it out of the end zone. Stop at the 22.
Najee Davenport took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Packers stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 22-yard line.
17.
Favre zips it to the left sideline, and it's off, incomplete. Peter, unfortunately, we've had some players banged up so far.
Unfortunately so. Well, you can see the injuries that they've racked up this year. When you get hit like this, the training staff has to do their best to get those who are sidelined back in as soon as possible. But injuries are going to happen. There's just no way around it. Robert Ferguson muffed an almost guaranteed catch there. And as a receiver, you have to carry your weight and make the play. They don't come much more catchable than that one.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll bring up second down. Second down, both wideouts to the right. Green carries it past scrimmage and gains about 3 yards.
Let's stand tall. Let's finish this out. Empty.
Oh, let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on DBs.
Favre throws a big rainbow here, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Down. Lucy. Empty. Open 3.
Franks hauls it in right side, and that's good for 6.
With the tackle.
Check 3.
Favre throws a bullet to the flat, and he connects for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Empty. Down. Liz. Empty.
Tackled at the 32. First down.
First down.
Favre will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up second down.
Brett Favre took the call himself on that last one, didn't get anywhere, I don't know if I agree with that play call.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Chapman goes in motion. Springs makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Sean Springs managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Favre throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Sean Springs managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
it still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Fourth down. 9 yards to go. Longwell boots it from 49 yards out and barely misses this one off to the right.
Ryan Longwell misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts in horseshoes.
The Redskins offense takes the field, and they will start at their 40-yard line. Gardner goes in motion. Marches off right guard and maybe picks up one on the play.
That's why we beat the big buck, man! Check air, check air!
Second and 8. Ball Redskins, 41 yards.
Down! Single back! Check man! Check man! Blue 33! Blue 33! Hot!
Sharper takes him down back at the 39.
Darren Sharper was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
And I'll tell you, Peter, he made a great tackle there. He brought down one of the more elusive backs in the game.
Well, you're absolutely right, Dan. But if there's one guy on this defense that can stick with the ball and make the play, it was him.
Brunell rifles it out left side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. First down with 2 tight ends to the right. Portis will take the handoff and passes the line. One man to beat. Dragged down at the 33.
Linton Portis went over the tackler like a kangaroo hopping a subway turnstile. Great job.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next. Kabir Bajabiamila brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
They hold pretty firm there, and they've got to do it again on third and short. Kozlowski goes in motion. Holds, catches it over the middle, and they convert on third down. First down with 3 receivers to the left.
Single back.
Brunell makes the throw after the play action fake, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Mark Roman got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Larry, single back, 20 back. Check three, 25.
This one will fall incomplete.
Vernius Coles looked like he was all over that one, but it just got away somehow. Tough incompletion.
That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
No, normally he's pretty sure-handed there.
Larry, down.
Hey, yo, I got him ready.
32.
Grady Jackson managed to take him down just before he got to the markers.
They allow a little there, but they do force a fourth down.
Way to attack the ball.
And that'll do it for quarter number one. The Redskins with a small lead, 3-0. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Hall kicks it from 33 yards. It's good.
Ron Hall puts in an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
But that's the second time today they get close only to have to bring in the kicker.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Hall booms a beauty here. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchback. What a kick. The Packers had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 20-yard line. Green gets the call on first down and picks up a couple. Second down, just a single receiver on the field. Favre lobs this one over the middle, and it's off, incomplete.
Give it up, home. The earlier you end this, the earlier you can go home. Single back. I see two. Green, 17.
Walker catches it left sideline, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Javon Walker goes one-on-one on this play and beats his man. He executed that pass pattern perfectly and made the catch. Nice reception. Nope, they could not cover him man-to-man. He was one step ahead of the defense.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Yeah, let's see if he stays on track. Check that out. Those last year numbers are solid.
Favre fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Come on.
Javon Walker reels in the catch despite being covered by 2 defenders. Dan, I guess he just can't be intimidated. Check this out. Oh, yeah, it's all about being focused. He had his eye on the ball the whole time and knew where he had to be.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Javon Walker had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those passes, baby.
Not much success to be had on the right side for this passing game, Peter. They have been off over there.
Yeah, I'd go somewhere else if I were them.
Ferguson goes in motion. 4th carry of the game and picks up a couple. Tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Fred Smoot came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Sandler lines up for the punt. Sandler takes the snap and punts it away. Morton fair catches it at the 13. The Redskins offense takes the field and they have a way to go. They'll start at their own 14-yard line. Makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Mark Brunell has found limited success in the passing game so far, Dan, and he just can't seem to get into a rhythm out there. I'd say he's not very pleased with his performance. So far, he's got 92 yards and 1 interception.
I'm gonna sack you like a bag of chips, Brunell. Single back. Take it, dude. Just do this song.
Brunell gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's complete for a 1st down and a whole lot more.
Mark Brunell completes a nice pass past the D on this play. It's worth another look here. Oh, it's all about accuracy, Dan, and there was only one guy covering him on that one, so it makes it an easy catch.
That's the 3rd time today he's hit a receiver way downfield.
Well, his arm didn't come cheap for this team, so they might as well get their money's worth.
1st down with the tight end right. Portis has his number called on 1st down and only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Cletus Hunt was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, that has to be tough to do. He used his weight to make the stop, and he did it against one of the most evasive players on the field.
You got to guess a direction in that situation, and he guessed right. That's instinct.
Now zings it to the right side, and he's on target for a gain of 5.
Mark Brunell dissected the double coverage with a pass that was prettier than a stadium full of cheerleaders.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
We almost got him, baby. So step it up.
Single back. I got two open. Down!
Gardner goes in motion.
Gray, 25.
Hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Torrance Marshall stayed so close to his assignment he could have taken his calls for him. Incomplete pass.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the D coordinator.
It'll be 4th down. Tupa gets ready to punt this away. Tupa takes the long snap and punts it away. Fields the punt at the 15. Tackled at the 19.
Antonio Chapman didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Packers' offense is now on the field, and except for a few big plays, they really can't be happy with their passing game up to this point. We'll see what they call on this drive as they start at their own 19-yard line. Ferguson catches the bullet out left, and that's a gain of 7 on the play.
Robert Ferguson took on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
They move the ball, and it will be 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
Leopard.
36-yard line.
Henderson goes in motion. Green dodges this one way out right and barely picks up the first down.
First down, Packers.
Well, look at those last year numbers there. That's great production.
Grabs the rope right side, and that will be good for a gain of 8.
Bubba Franks had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
I think the short game is working for them, moving them forward a little at a time.
And just nickel and diming the D.
Green bulldozes right of center and heads upfield. Finally stopped at the 48. First down.
Impressive yards on the ground here. Check it out. Boy, that's some nice running. It's all about field vision. And if you can see where you have room to roam, good things happen.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
Great execution.
Smoot tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
Fred Smoot couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field. Favre throws a heater, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Marcus Washington got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
The throw that was off target there. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Marcus Washington shadowed the slant route back there and kept the receiver from making the catch. Incomplete pass.
The defense forces 4th down, and even if they had completed the pass,
it still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Sandler lines up for the punt. Sandler gets the ball and punts it away. Takes it at the 13. Brought down at the 16.
Chad Morton didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Redskins offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 16-yard line. Will be a gain of 3 yards.
Mark Brunell laid this pass in beautifully, rendering the defense irrelevant. When you can make accurate throws like that, the whole field starts to open up for you.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
Why not? He's had success there.
Brunell throws a heater right sideline, and it's intercepted. Touchdown.
I'm coming out.
Darren Sharper intercepts the ball close to the end zone, so you know he's going for it. And he gets it. What a huge play for the defense as they put points on the board.
Peter, he'll add a touchdown to his stats, and he has to be very happy with that.
You bet. Big play, my friend.
Ryan Longwell to attempt the extra point. Tim Couch holding.
Here's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Longwell rockets this one deep. Morton decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet. Chad Morton got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Redskins have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 22-yard line. Portis goes in motion. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Mark Brunell is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 122 yards and 2 interceptions.
They're going there. They're going there.
All Redskins, 22-yard line.
Lead. Down. Lead. Set. Single back. Single back. Check two. Check two.
Brunell sees it to the right side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Rock Cartwright plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just too good for them.
Yeah, he's an incredible receiver. Nothing gets in his way.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless.
Slides down at the 43.
Double wing left. Double wing
Second
left.
and 4.
Liz.
All
Single back.
Redskins,
Single
42-yard
back.
line.
Check two this side. Check two this side. Check it two.
Brunell throws this on a rope, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Mike McKenzie came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Why are you so quiet back there?
All Redskins, 43-yard line.
Liz. I got two.
Crash makes the catch on the right sideline, and they convert on third down. First down, one man back.
Single back.
Cole goes in motion. Portis takes it for his 11th carry and gains about 3 yards.
Watch the pass.
Second and 6. All 34-yard line.
Lucy. Single back.
Portis has his number called on second down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Clinton Portis used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down.
Single back. I got two open. Check two this side.
Gets the sack, and that will take them out of field goal range. It'll be fourth down.
Hannibal Navies gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
Peter forced the loss of yardage on third, and now they face a fourth and long. How do you rate that defensive performance?
How about A+, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. It's all good, baby.
Tupa gets ready to punt this away. Tupa takes the snap and punts it away. Chapman fair catches it at the 13. The Packers are looking for some separation before half and will start this drive at their own 14-yard line. Green picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down. Second down, 8 yards to go. Green gets the call again and gains about 3 yards. Fires this one over the middle, and it's complete at the 24, and he's stopped right there. It will be first down.
Bubba Franks almost bobbled this one away, but manages to keep possession. Way to keep your cool.
Another completion, and he's definitely shaping up to be a major factor in this game.
It's only the second quarter still, but if he can keep it up, he could have a typically impressive day.
First down, both tight ends left. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Packers with a small lead, 7-6. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Redskins should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Darren Sharper shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Redskins midway through the first, ball at their own 39. Mark Brunell would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. That set up a 33-yard field goal. The Packers still midway through the first quarter. Packers behind by 3. Brett Favre is back to throw, and look at the finesse he puts on this one. Nice. Redskins end of the first quarter. Mark Brunell would find his target on this one. That set up a 34-yard field goal. Skins out in front, 6-0. Brett Favre connected with his man on this one. Redskins still early in the second quarter. Mark Brunell would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Redskins midway through the second, Skins up by 6. Darren Sharper would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Again, they take the lead and go up by 1. The Skins again have it. Mark Brunell would find his target on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Skins are down, but still in it, 7-6. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Darren Sharper has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Packers will receive to start the second half, and they currently enjoy a small lead, 7-6. Now, let's get to the game. Hall kicks it, and the second half has now started. Davenport decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 21. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a lot of action in this one overall, but even though they're in good shape, a single score can turn it around. They have to stay focused here.
Let's go down to Suzy Kolber, who has an update for us. Suzy?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach Mike Sherman talked with me at halftime, and he said, defensively, we've done a good job stopping the run. However, I'd like to see us get a little more aggressive with our pass rushing. We need to put more pressure on. We'll see whether they can pull it off in the second half. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Suzy. Carr tips it to the left sideline, and it's intercepted.
And this is a nice interception. Check his position out to make the grab. Got it.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The Redskins offense takes the field, and their running game really hasn't generated much other than a big play here or there. We'll see how they fare as they start at the 35-yard line. Marshall makes the hit in the backfield at the 39.
Clinton Portis has been searching for a rhythm out there, Dan, and he's coming up short. It seems like his timing is way off. He's working hard, but only has 27 yards on 13 carries.
Come on, Portis.
Second
You better
and
go
14.
forward, not backwards.
Ball 39.
Who's there? Who's there? Go! Listen up! Go! 74! Listen up! Go! 74! Hut, hut, hut! Hut, hut!
Brunell rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Mark Roman knocked that pass down. Man, he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Portis rips down the lob, and he will be well short of the markers. Fourth down coming up.
Torrance Marshall made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
He now has 5 tackles in the
Don't
game.
let him kick it, D.
Tupa lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Make the return.
Tupa takes the long snap and kicks what will be a short one. Chapman fair catches it at the 14. The Packers were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 15-yard line. Henderson goes in motion. Green goes right up the middle and picks up a couple.
Okay, so we went over this all week in practice. Now we're going to get it this time. Now we're going to go just like it is. We're going to execute, and we're going to stay strong, and we're going to get to the spots we need to. Okay, fellas?
Second and 8. Ball 17-yard line.
Second two. Down. Set. Brown, 22.
Green will get stopped at the line, and that brings up third down.
Lon Green had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
And he did a super job of lining up his man and then, pow, taking him down.
That's a great battle down there, Dan. This time, the D won.
Chapman goes in motion. Smoot makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
Fred Smoot swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there.
Sandra lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Sandra gets the snap and punts it away. Morton fields the punt at the 41. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a ton of action, but they're not out of it yet. Their D is playing strong, and a little offensive rhythm could turn this game around.
The Redskins start this one on the center logo at their 50-yard line. Portis takes this one way out left and chews up about 4 on the play. Second down from the shotgun. Coles goes in motion. Brunell throws a bullet, and the ball's caught at the 30. Eventually tackled at the 27. That will bring up first down. No good. Incomplete.
With the deflection.
What's the counter? What's the counter?
Second and 10.
Listen. Strong back. Hey, yo, I got him ready.
Brunell throws a bullet to the flat, and the reception is made for a pickup of maybe a yard.
Vernius Coles faced single coverage there and was able to get by it for the reception. That's how you draw it up.
Another short catch, and that's where they've been utilizing him today.
Yeah, the short routes have been open, and he's been exploiting it.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Bawoju brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
That will be his 4th tackle, and he's hitting hard out there in the secondary.
Well, he's making them think twice before going his direction.
4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Hall with the 41-yard attempt, and they take the lead.
John Hall takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
That field goal makes him 3 for 3 out there. Hasn't missed one yet.
And you can't coach that.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Hall booms a beauty here. Davenport decides to take it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 16.
Najee Davenport decided not to down it, but couldn't even make it to the 20, which may affect his Christmas gift from his special teams coach.
The Packers offense take the field, and other than a big play here and there, they have had problems. They are looking for an answer as they start at their own 16-yard line. Green picks up 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
With the tackle. Second and 4.
Ferguson goes in motion. Walker snags the dart right sideline, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Javon Walker keeps the party going after making the catch right here. And now he's off for more. Coaches love receivers who believe his job is just starting when he makes the catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way.
Marv rifles it out left side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Robert Ferguson faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
I'm sure he's glad to finally make a completion, considering he's already dropped 2 today. First down with a split backfield. handoff and searches for a hole. Barrow tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Michael Barrow targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. Green will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up third down.
Marcus Washington was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That will be 2 losses in a row.
Great reads by the D on the last 2 plays, Dan.
Franks didn't hold that one in, and it falls incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Bubba Franks looked to be in perfect position to make that catch, but it didn't come together somehow.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down, Dan, and when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Sanders lines up for the punt. Sanders gets the ball and punts it away. Morton catches it at the 14. Tackled at the 18.
Chad Morton didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Redskins send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 18-yard line. Portis carries it for the 15th time and gains about 3 yards.
Clinton Portis just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he's struggled to get 34 yards on 15 carries.
Pass! Second and 7. They're going to pass. They're going to pass. 21 yards.
Brunell fires this one over the middle. It's intercepted. Tackled at the 25.
Torrance Marshall snags it. He has some help here covering the zone, so that frees him up to analyze the play.
And it gives him the chance to go for the pass, knowing he's not the only defense in the zone.
Well, that's why most quarterbacks won't throw into a 2-man zone.
That's their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
Yeah, tough play. I love it.
The Packers start this drive already in field goal position, and they're going to line up at the 25-yard line. Green takes it across the line and picks up 8 yards on the play.
Amon Green sticks to his blockers like a kick-me sign as he runs the football.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty vivid description, but I'll tell you, it works, and the play works, too, as he surges across the line for a big gain.
Yeah, it's all about using your blockers, Dan. They clear a path, you use the path.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Henderson goes in motion. Haley tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Jermaine Haley targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They managed to hold them behind the line of scrimmage, but they have another shot at it coming up.
Third and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand.
Green has his number called on third down and is dropped short of the markers. Fourth down coming up.
Michael Barrow made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
The defense's back was against the wall, and they rose to the challenge, Peter.
Yeah, Dan, that's great D. They had to make a stand here, and they stood together.
It will be fourth down. They take the lead.
Tim Couch handles this high snap perfectly. Sets up the ball. There's the kick, and it's good. 3 points.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Longwell rockets this one deep. Jacobs decides to take it out of the end zone. Brought down at the 21.
Taylor Jacobs took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Redskins stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 21-yard line. Brunell really rifles this pass, and it's tipped incomplete.
Mark Brunell has been searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short, Dan. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 180 yards and no touchdowns.
Second down with the tight end right.
Single back, single back. I see two.
Horton gets the call on second down and will gain close to 6. And if we can back up a moment, that was a great play breaking up that pass attempt.
And Dan, that is exactly the kind of leadership you get when you've got Darren Sharper in the defensive backfield. In his 8th year now out of tiny William & Mary, Darren's got 32 career INTs, so he's a rock back.
Brunell zings it to the right side, and it's tipped incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Mike McKenzie couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
That's his 3rd batted ball, and he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive D like that, Dan.
Tupa lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Tupa gets the snap and pummels this one deep. Chapman fields the deep punt at the 26. Stopped at the 32.
Antonio Chapman got pinned deep by a beauty of a kick there, and by the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
The Packers get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their 32-yard line. Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
All right, what have you got? Okay, all right.
Second and 8.
Leopard. Throwing I'm on you, Amon, I'm on you.
Marv throws a bullet to the flat and...
Let's go, Skins. Play some D.
Wow, this was a really nice play, Dan, and it worked out from so many angles. But the main thing I love is all the little details. Oh, this is the stuff our camera crew is so good at capturing every week. Great job, guys.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The Packers with a small lead, 10-9. First down from the odd.
One more quarter, Steve. One more.
Green will get the carry on first down and heads out right. Dragged down at the 42.
Amon Green has been taken to both outside and inside the tackles, but the D is not letting him get too free. So far, he's had to work hard to get 67 yards on 20 carries.
Come on, stop him.
Four receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package.
Green goes in motion. Marv Favre throws a heater, and the ball's caught at the 29. Finally dropped at the 24. First down.
All right, baby, first down.
Brett Favre airs this one out beautifully. That's how you throw the ball, Dan. Take notes all you want to be quarterbacks.
Right on the money, Peter. He is just a fantastic passer.
Well, it's easy to complete a pass when there's only one guy covering the receiver.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Green has his number called on first down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Mon Green used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Second down, and this is the 7th play of the drive. Favre makes the pass, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Javon Walker was frustrated on that play. He got open, but failed to make the catch across the middle for the incompletion.
Another ball comes his way, and another incompletion. To come up blank so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing for a player.
Absolutely, but you got to fight through the slump and grab one to get rolling again.
Makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
Matt Bowen got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Longwell kicks from 40 yards out and just makes it inside the left upright.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, good job, man. Yeah.
Ryan Longwell kicks the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Longwell rockets this one deep. Morton decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 22.
Chad Morton took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Redskins have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 22-yard line. Brunell zips it to the left sideline, and it's intercepted. One man to beat, no one in front of him. He's in for the touchdown.
Al Harris picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
Ryan Longwell to attempt the extra point. Tim Couch holding.
Now the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Longwell kicks this one away. Jacobs fields this one deep at the 1. Popped hard at the 24.
Taylor Jacobs took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Redskins haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 24-yard line. Portis will get stopped at the line, and that brings up second down.
That's the way to let him have it.
Come on, Portis. You better go forward, not backwards.
All Redskins, 24-yard line.
Gardner goes in motion.
Blue 22! Blue 22! Hut, hut!
Portis carries this one off to the right and picks up a couple.
All right, Mark, come on. Let's do it. We need
Wow, look at those tackles. That's how you play sideline to sideline.
Look at the weak back! Look at the weak back! Check it, team. 34!
No dice, and it falls incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Mike McKenzie was shadowing very closely, close enough that the pass was incomplete.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Tupa lines up for the punt. Tupa takes the long snap and punts it away. Chapman takes it at the 29. Tackled at the 31.
Antonio Chapman got pinned deep by a beauty of a kick there, and by the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
The Packers offense will start this drive at the 31-yard line.
Goal 16! Goal 16!
Green carries it off the toss and takes it upfield.
Fred Smoot with the tackle.
Amon Green has got a bunch of carries, and you can see by his chart here how his running performance breaks down. Mostly to the outside, and it's working okay, although I'd like to see him mix it up a little bit more. So far, he's got 74 yards on 22 carries.
2nd down, 3 wideouts in the game. Walker goes in motion. Green gets the field again and runs into traffic. Brought down at the 39.
Okay, what's the plan? Okay, let's go.
Let's finish this series off strong, team. Now for it. Now for it. Down. Set. Brown, 69.
Barrels off his left guard and picks up the 1st down.
Amon Green took advantage of some really good blocking there on that last run. When you get the initial surge like that, good things happen, especially in the ground game.
A big gain on 3rd, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the 1st.
Check him. Check him.
Green takes the handoff and heads left. Tackled at the 48. Second down, 1 man back. Ferguson goes in motion. This one will fall incomplete.
Brett Favre has had difficulties, to say the least, and now he's second-guessing everything he's thrown. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 139 yards and 1 interception.
Earn those paychecks, D! Earn those paychecks! Empty! Down! Move! Blue 57! Blue 57!
Favre rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Marcus Washington knocked that pass down, and he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Sandler gets ready to punt this away. Sandler takes the snap and punts it away. Morton fields the punt at the 12. Stopped at the 24.
Chad Morton racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Redskins offense takes the field, and their running game really hasn't generated much other than a big play here or there. We'll see how they fare as they start at their own 24-yard line. Brunell throws a high, long one to the right, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Mike McKenzie came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
He records yet another batted ball, and I'll tell you, he's really playing well out there.
Yeah, he's been after the ball from the beginning of the game. Real aggressive play.
Randy. Single back.
Catches it in the flat, and that will be a gain of 3 yards.
Darren Sharp with the tackle.
Let's take it up a notch, Steve. Take it up.
Brunell throws this on a rope, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
Al Harris did a beautiful job on that last play covering the post route. That pass never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Portis catches it in the flat, and he's short of the markers. They will forfeit the ball on downs.
Mike McKenzie is here to play, I tell you. What a stop on 4th down. It's worth another look. Oh, huge tackle, huge play.
That was some aggressive play calling that deep in their own territory, and it may have cost them dearly.
I just don't see how they were in 4-down mode there, especially at their end of the football field. That's a bad call.
The Packers offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at the 29-yard line. Ferguson goes in motion. Green takes it for his 26th carry and barely picks up the 1st down.
First down, Packers.
This is a great run, Dan. Look at the yards he chews up.
Peter, he had a great jump off the line. He was in 5th gear before the defense could even react.
Motored for some easy yards.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense. Wow, those are nice stats. Way to carry the ball.
Barrow tackles in behind the line of scrimmage.
Michael Barrow targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers out of it.
You bet. So far, he's got 7 tackles.
2nd down, just a single receiver on the field. Franks goes in motion. Dodges this one way out right and maybe picks up 1 on the play. Will get the carry and takes it upfield. Dragged down at the 11. Griffin was in on the tackle. 4th down coming up.
Cornelius Griffin shut down the ball carrier just before he got to the markers. A good game, but not good enough.
That's his 2nd tackle so far.
Well, as you can see, up over the 100-yard mark, just another day in the office.
Fourth down, 2 yards to go. Longwell from 28 yards out, and it's through the uprights.
Ryan Longwell kicks the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
That's his third field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless those 9 points are covered by pollen.
Watch it.
Sorry, that makes no sense at all.
All right.
Sorry.
Longwell booms a beauty here. Morton decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 19.
Chad Morton got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Redskins will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 1:54.
Hey, yo, I got him ready. I got him ready.
Brunell lobs this one way over the middle. The Redskins take their first time out.
Well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards there.
Intercepted. Stop at the 43.
Bawogu knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly. Could give his receivers a few tips about mid-air receptions.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
The Packers start this drive in great field position at the 43-yard line. Ferguson goes in motion. Rips and duck. The Redskins will take a timeout. That's their second. Second down, 2 tight ends in the game. Green will get the carry on second down. The Redskins take a timeout. That's their final one. Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:36. Third down, and is brought down well short of the markers. The clock keeps winding down. That will bring up fourth down.
Michael Barrow made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
He's been working hard so far. That's his 8th tackle.
And each one of those 8 left a bruise. That guy can hit.
Sandler lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Sandler gets the snap and punts it away. Morton fields it at the 17. Tackled at the 20.
Chad Morton didn't get very far running that ball back, but on the bright side, the kick was pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
The Redskins will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 55. Slides down taken away. Second down with the tight end right. McKenzie tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Mike McKenzie came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it? Whew, look at all those INTs. They can't sit well with the head coach.
Brunell fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. Brunell spikes the ball, and that will stop the clock. Second down. The clock is stopped at 26.
They go back. They go back.
Hey, yo, I got him ready. I got him ready. 81's mine. 81's mine.
Brunell zings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Bawoju came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. Jude makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
Bawoju came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
That's right, Coles. I'm talking to you. Why are you so quiet back there? Rip. Aye.
81's mine. 81's mine. Hey, yo.
rips him down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Rip. Down. Set. Green 17. Green 17.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Packers come out on top 23-9. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Doing well, man. Good to see you, man. All right. Yeah, that's right, fellas. We got it.
All right, gang, great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Packers stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's start this on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. Fred Smoot was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. After driving 26 yards on 5 plays, John Hall would come on and connect on the field goal try. Connect for their third field goal. Packers losing by 2. Brett Favre connected with his man on this one. The Skins on defense, Torrance Marshall is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Skins up 9-7. After driving 9 yards on 3 plays, Ryan Longwell sets up for the little chip shot, and this one is no problem. A 34-yard field goal. The Packers now have their first lead of the half and go up by 1. The ball at their own 39. Amon Green would make the first guy miss, then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. That set up a 41-yard field goal. Skins down by 4. Al Harris was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. They move ahead by 11. The Packers have it after a turnover on downs. Ryan Longwell gets the call as they can't punch it into the end zone, but the short field goal is up and good. A 29-yard field goal. Packers leading 23-9. Wawa Jew would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The ball at their own 27. Mark Brunell would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Packers come away with a win, 23-9. Now let's take a sec to chat with our player of the game. The guy who seemed to be all over the field on defense and came up with big play after big play. Darren Sharper is on the sidelines with Suzy Kolber. Suzy?
Thanks, Chris. You were fantastic, and you helped carry your team to a nice win. What put you guys over the top?
Well, I just made most of my abilities that I've been blessed with, and everything fell into place after that. You know, when I get going like I did today, the other team's in trouble. It's as simple as that.
Back to you, Chris.
Well, that just about does it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, celebrating 25 years as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. So long.